Yeah, we're going to roll. We'll do the breathing later this week. Up and down the fingers. And into the palm. And the pads of the pinky. And the thumb. Across the knuckles. And let's take the ball in one hand and squeeze. And then the other. And then the first. And then the other. And we'll go around the back. And switch. And switch. 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 And through the legs. Switch. 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 And drop the ball on the ground. Assess how the feet are feeling. Stepping the ball right in the middle of the foot. Press down 3 times. We go up to the knuckles, press down once on each. Slide it across the knuckles. Bring the ball to the middle of the foot and wiggle the toes. Bring the ball to the crease between the knuckles and the toes and squeeze the toes into the ball. Release and separate toes. Squeeze again. Middle of the foot and wiggle. And scribble. Three, 2, 1, release, recess, and go to the other foot. Knuckles. Sliding across. Wiggling. Pressing into the ball. Lifting and separating. Pressing. Wiggling. And scribbling. Three, 2, 1, release, reassess, Get the ball out of the way. Hinge at the waist, and let's do 12 good morning. And then shake the tree. Center. Nice breath, and twist at the waist, swinging the arm. Center with some ocean wave breathing. Fingers and thumb at the base of the spine, step to one side together in starlight. And center, step to the other side. And center. Walk, march, jog. So today we're going to do some isometrics. We're going to do a low squat, but no rapid squats. If you want to do those, just hop. Of course, you can do exactly what you're doing. Just be safe, whatever it is you do. Pick up the heart rate. Have some rolling in the after class. Do some auto breathing later. And I'm going to do some hopping in 5, 4, 3, 2. $15. and 30. 2 deep breaths. Interlace the fingers. Raise the hands up overhead. Reach up. Come on down. Bend back if you can. Come back to center. Bend in one direction. And then the other. Come on out. Oh no, I'm sorry. Drop the hands through the chest. Press out of the chest. Thinking of something different I'm going to do in a little bit. Come on down. Hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Raise the hands up. Squeeze the elbows, the shoulder blades together. Elbows too. Come on down. Shrug. Roll back. Form a W, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And release. Squeeze. Release. Squeeze. Release. Wrap your arms around the upper body. Grab your opposite shoulders if you can. Take a nice deep breath in. One more. Extend the arms out. Rotate in one direction. Then the other. One hand is down, one palm is up, flip flop. Now wrap the hands around your body again with the other hand on top. Take a breath. One more. Arm up behind the back. Press down and in on the elbow. Then the other. Grab both elbows, rock side to side. Extend one arm with the fingers up, press back on the fingers with the other hand. Fingers down. Flop the wrist, wiggle the fingers, make a fist. Other hand, same thing. Fingers up. And down. And flopped. Let's rotate the neck. Other direction. Nod. Go shoulders to ears. Tuck in the chin. Look to one side and drop the chin to the collarbone. Lift up. Back to center, still tucked. Look the other way. Drop to the collarbone. Look up. Back to center, still tucked. Peck. Like a pigeon. Let's go into a side lunge. Other direction. Bring feet together. Hinge at the waist, drop the hands, unlock the knees. Stretch the hamstrings. Come on up, turn to one side, press down on the back heel. Other way. And come on back up and grab a stick. I'm going to do Dr. Lee's dynamic stick routine. So behind the back, twist at the waist, back and forth. If you want, and only if you feel safe doing so, you can bring some kicks slowly into it. Knee raises. And then bring a stick up overhead. Oscillate back and forth. And then below the waist. Spin one side. And the other. Bring stick in front and paddle the kayak. Reverse. Bring it up to the shoulders and flop the wrists. Drop below the waist. and then bring it up overhead and drop. Bring it to the shoulders again, reverse the palms so they're facing in and flop the wrists. And then come down. And up. Bring the stick around back again and do 10 knee ups on each side. Only go as high as you feel comfortable doing, of course. And then some hip rotations. And bring the stick out in front. Hold on with two hands, one hand or a finger or two. And let's go up on our toes. Heels, toes, 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 heels, toes. And that's it. We'll put the stick down. You want to grab a towel or a cloth or band for our isometrics. We won't use them right away, but I'm using the towel today, so I usually do. I'm going to start with some neck presses. Want to make a fist, put them right underneath the jaw, put your tongue on the palate, and press down. And release. I'm going to do a low squat. Now, just go as low as you feel comfortable doing. You could even hover above the seat of the chair maybe for a bit, or hold on to a chair or a pole if you need to. But if you can, come down, heels are on the ground. You want to spread your feet out a little bit wider than usual, and just hold. And 3, 2, 1, come on up. Let's take the towel. put your hands right on top of one another on a towel. And we're going to put it right in the middle of the body, and we're going to pull up with the top hand as we're pulling down with the bottom hand and raising it up. And then back down the middle, pulling in either direction. Let's go up again. And down. And we'll go up again. And down. And then switch the position of the hands. Same thing, up. And down. Up. And down. And up. And down. Now bring it behind your back and just pull in opposite directions. And then switch the position on the hands, go to the other side and do the same. And let's put the towel down. We're going to do a leg extension. You can do it sitting in a chair, or you can do it lying on your back. I'll start with the chair. What you're going to do is bring one leg on top of the other at the ankles, press down on the top leg as you press up with the other leg, and move it up and move it down. Move it up and down. You do the same thing on your back. And down. Up. And down. And then switch the position of the legs and do the same. 3 times, up. And down. Up. And down. And up. And down. Let's roll over onto all fours. You got your palms underneath your shoulders. We're going to lift the knees off the ground for about an inch and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Get up. Prayer pose. Pressing in. And then finally, the biceps are popping. And shake it out. All right, we're going to do the auto breath, ha breath. That's where you take a nice deep inhalation and then exhale through the mouth with pursed lips going ha for as long as you can. Maybe 10 or 12 seconds is what I'm going to do it for here. And we'll do 5 rounds of that. So it's in, and rub those hands together, cultivating chi, forming a chi ball, and letting it dance us around. And centering, 2 breaths. And let's open our hearts. And send it out. Center with 2 breaths. And bring down heavenly chi. Scoop some up. And namaste.
Wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome, Nina. Take care.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Tom.
Mira?
I
Don?
gotta duck out.
All right, Mim, take care. Don, take care. Suzanne, hello. Richard, hello. Bill, hello. Marlene.
How are you on this summer break? And it's warming up.
So I am going to get a ball and a roller. Yeah, I'll put the chair away. And we're going to work on hips and legs today. So let me put the camera on the floor level. And I'll meet you on the floor. We're just gonna sit on that ball to begin with. Get the glutes rolling around. If you find a particularly tender spot, you might want to sit into it. And if it's too much, use your arms to control the amount of pressure you put on that tender spot. I'm going to hold right here for a little bit. And then I'm going to go over to the gluteus medius over here on the side of the hips, which is usually, as we know, very tender. I'm going to lean a little bit on my side. Let me go on one forearm, roll around. Again, it's not too difficult to find a tender spot here. There's one leaning into it. I'm going to cross this leg over, do a little kicking. I'm going to roll around a little bit more. And go to the other side. Again, sitting in the middle, right in the middle of the glutes, moving around. And there's a spot. You're going to sit into it. Move around a little more. And then go over to the side, the gluteus medius, roll around. Straighten out my shorts there. Find a nice spot to lean into. And regulating the pressure with my forearm here. Crossing my leg over, going to do some kicks. And roll a little bit more. And Come on up and grab the roller. So let's start with the calves. And I'm going to lean on my palms and roll on both legs at the same time. Right below the knee and above the ankle or the Achilles. And then I'm going to cross one leg over to increase the pressure on the left leg, in my case here. And again, if you find a particular spot that you want to lean into, you can lean into it. You could also do this with a ball. If there's a really tender spot, you might want to put the ball underneath that spot. And then the other calf, I'm crossing the leg. And 3, 2, maybe you might want to go back and forth laterally on the roller to find a tender spot. 1, good. And then move it up to above the knee. And roll up to right below the hips and back. And then we're going to turn to one side on the elbow. IT band. This is usually a little bit more tender than the hamstrings that we just did. Or a lot more tender, as the case may be. Again, you're going up to above the knee and right below the hip. And as always, you could stay in one spot if you wanted to. And then let's move the roller so you're at the edge of the roller and do the quads. Then from above the knee, just below the hip. And then go to the other side and do the IT band on the other side. Get in a position where you can see. And again at the edge, rolling over onto the quads. And that's it. Hopefully, the legs and hips are feeling nice and loose.